So at the time of this recording, I haven't completely beaten Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin. But personally, I don't want this game to have an ending. This game is awesome! Roll the intro. Greetings, fellow adventurers. Fred here, and welcome to the Digital Adventure, the show that explores RPGs in the digital space. And a little while ago, I did a video on why outside of the Pokemon franchise, Monster Hunter Stories is my favorite game to come to the 3DS. And Capcom did it again with Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin coming on PC through Steam and the Nintendo Switch. The latter is which I played it on, and oh my god, this game is phenomenal. And I'm here to tell you why I think so. Without further preamble, let's dive into it. While yes, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is indeed a sequel to the first game, you will not be left confused as to what's going on if you didn't play the first game. While there are a number of returning characters, like the adventurous feline Naviru and other alumni from the first game, they are joined by a whole cast of new characters as you seek to uncover a new threat to the world, and how a Rathalos egg you were given may or may not be connected to it. Thus, a new journey begins. While Rings of Ruin takes what was already good about the original MHS game, and not only builds upon it, but they build upon it in a grand scale. Well, the environments are larger, there is more variety in the weaponry you can use, and the Rathalos flying. Oh gods, the Rathalos flying. Originally, Ratha would fly up to a single altitude where you could fly around there. In Wings of Ruin, you have a hell of a lot more control over your Rathalos, who's able to control the altitude when flying, and even do a lot of tricks in the air. The original game proved that dragon riding in an open world environment on handheld devices was possible. Wings of Ruin pushed it to soar even greater heights. In addition, the combat has been improved as well, featuring new monsters to collect and battle with, new weapons, and even new weapon types. In this installment, monsters have varying elemental and weapon weaknesses, so you can carry up to 3 weapons and a team of monsters to exploit as many weaknesses as possible. But my default weapon is the sword and shield combo. But you won't be fighting alone. Over the course of your adventure, you will meet fellow riders and other characters who will aid you in battle for various missions, giving much needed support in fighting dangerous enemies. However, for all this game does well and deserves all the praise, there are some drawbacks to this game. First off, this guy. Naviru, who wasn't so much of a problem in the first game, but with the series debut on the Nintendo Switch, they gave the game voice acting, and a majority of it is really good voice acting, except for this bastard. He is easily ignored in the first game because it had no voice acting. But on the Switch, if you want to experience the cutscenes, you have to endure Naviru's nails on a chalkboard voice and dialogue. Now, I will be honest, he was alright initially at the start of the game, but his voice, jokes, and oh gods, all the cat puns wore out their welcome very quickly. Everyone else did a phenomenal job. And one last flaw I have to say from the gameplay was that it was a much longer journey to be able to ride a Rathalos than it was in the first game. This game threw a lot of curveballs and at you that included detours, journeys, abductions, and quest after quest after quest, barely giving the characters room to breathe. I was getting tired out from all the questing myself that the NPCs asked us to do in the game, but the cutscene where you actually are able to fly was an epic payoff to see it happen. Hey guys, Fred coming to you from the future. I just wanted to say I missed a certain flaw in the game, and this particular flaw, I would kick myself if I let this video go live without mentioning this to you guys ahead of time. I'm relatively late game in the volcanic region of the map. There is this one particular trail that have these rocks that block your way that you can only have blown out of your way with this very specific item, which the ingredient for it is in very limited amounts on this trail. So, a word of advice: if you're gonna play this game, when you get to the Turga Trail, do not explore it on your initial go through. Just keep going straight to your destination. You'll thank me later because there is very limited amounts of this particular mushroom that is used to make the explosives. And if you run out of it and you get to a certain point on the map, you cannot proceed any further and you're forced to do a hard reset of the game. You'd think Capcom would have thought of this, but I don't know why. They just put a point in the game where if you don't do things right, the game is unplayable beyond that point. Overall, this game, save for some dumb voice directing choices and a brutal slog just to be able to fly on Ratha, does deduct a couple points from how I feel about this game, but it plays phenomenally and still is one of the truest dragon riding experiences in video games ever to be made. But with that, we are going to wrap up. If you have played Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, sound off in the comments down below of what you think of the game. And if you're new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss another upload. If you want to follow me on social media, support the channel, or contact me directly, you can find links to do all that and more in my Linktree page in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the trail of adventure.